everybody has two people inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has the person inside of them that wants to go to sleep.
Right.
The person inside of them that wants to quit.
That guy's winning, by the way. That's the guy who's you see before you right now.
And the other guy that's like, no, this is what you need to do.
Right.
But the problem is with a lot of people, that other guy that's like, no, that's what you need to do. That person's really timid. And that person, they just, well, maybe it'd be better if we just went for a run. Like, shut the fuck up. I'm going to eat chips.
Right.
And that timid version of you is what you need to cultivate into being like the boss.
Right.
That's the boss. So I have a boss. My boss is that voice.
Yes.
I let that voice win every time.
I love it.
That voice says, shut the fuck up and get in the cold water, pussy.
That's dying to yourself, man. That's literally saying, I'm not going to go where I'm comfortable. I'm going to, I'd much rather do this. I'm sure much rather do something than jump in a cold plunge every morning, get a cup of coffee and go hang out and talk, You do that, and that's something I need to do more and more. Like we all do. It's like, it's the only way you're going to embrace it and get better at things. I'm trying, literally with flying. Like I drive everywhere these gigs, and it was getting so much that I'm like, I'm afraid of flying, but I'm like, I got to just die to myself, just do this, have faith. You're going to be fine. Just do it. And each time you do it, you're like, all right, we did it.
Yeah.
And you have a bad flight, and you're like, I'm not doing it again, but it's like, it's.
You just got to give the boss some strength.
Yes.
Yeah, and the boss has to win a bunch of battles, and when the boss wins a bunch of battles, then he wins them every day, then eventually the boss becomes a louder voice. And then you get it to the point where the boss gets to tell you what to do, and you don't deviate. And even though you have all those feelings, every time I lift the lid on the cold plunge, I'm like, let's not do this. Every time. But the boss is like, shut the fuck up. The boss gets mad if those voices pop up. So like, I'll make you do an extra minute, bitch.
Right.
Get the fuck in there.
I love it.
And, there's two pieces of advice I always give comics, or just young men in general. Aspire to be the person you pretend to be when you're trying to get laid.
Yeah.
Just be that person.
Yeah.
Instead of pretending to be that person, become that person.
Right.
Become a person that you would admire. You can do. It's possible to do. If you can pretend to be that person, you can actually be that person.
Right.
Aspire to be that person. And then the second one is live your life like a documentary crew is following you around. Live your life like as if you wanted the whole world to go, wow, that guy's really killing it. Like, I love the way that guy handles things. And then you're gonna fail. You're gonna fuck up. You're a human. Everyone's gonna fall into God, what a loser I am.
Right.
Just go back with the same ethic. Get back into it with the same mindset. Live your life like a documentary crew is following you around everywhere. How would you want to be seen? Well, be that person. Actually be that person.
Right.
Become that person. You can become that person.
It's funny. We're doing that now, and it's like we started in January, and I don't know. I think I might have went up 4 pounds. I don't even know. Like it's like because I go down, and then it's like. But you're right. You're right. And I'm going to show it all. Because that's what it is. It's the struggle. It's the process.
Dude, you just need a hype man. If we were neighbors.
Oh, buddy. By the way, I love Austin. I'm coming here. I would be here every day.
Fucking move here. Move here. The club's always very available. You'll have fun. Great place to work out. Come here to my gym. We can work out together.
Oh, man.
Come on, we got a beautiful gym here.
Dude, I think I'm just going to rip my kids out of school. We're going. Let's just do it.
It's great here, man.
It
really
amazing.
is great here. The people are so friendly. You got the way they treat like freedom here is like a religion. Freedom is a different thing in Texas. They are not interested in controlling your, what you buy and where you go and what you do on your land. You can own a zebra. They don't give a fuck. There's more wild tigers, or there's more tigers, actual tigers, in captivity, in private collections in Texas than there are of all of the wild of the world.
That's insane. Well, you just sold me. I need
people who have tigers.
Need zebras and tigers.
They have. I drove by a place the other day that had giraffes. People have giraffes.
That's incredible.
You can have whatever the fuck you want. If it's your land, they just leave you alone. They're like, "This is your land. You do whatever you want." And
they love and the comedy here. They love it. It's booming.
It's
I went
fun.
and I got my beard trimmed at a place just yesterday, and they were talking about the mothership. Like they go, and it's great. It's a whole different vibe here, and everybody's great. And I'm like, really? And he was like, oh yeah.
Well, this is the first time in our lives where a scene emerged. There was kind of a little bit of a scene here in Austin. There was a few clubs, a few comics, some good comics came into Austin for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But there was no real scene where a bunch of assassins lived in town.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's like Shane Gillis lives here. Duncan Trussell lives here. Tom Segura lives here. Christina Pazitsky lives here. Tony Hinchcliffe lives here. David Lucas lives here. It's like, holy shit. Brian Simpson lives here. Tim Dillon lives here. He's got a house. He's got multiple houses. He lives everywhere. But there's so many killers here. It's just every night you go to that club and it's just packed with great comedy.